Hello, and welcome to another fine episode of Couch Fuel, freshly brewed with more talk for ghost stories.
We are deep into it now. We're more than 50% through.
Oh, so much more, yeah.
I mean, if I think about it, we're one episode done. We're one episode after this and we're done.
Right.
So here we are. Hello and welcome to another episode of Who's That Anime? And it is time to talk about episodes 13, 14, 15, and 16 of the infamous ghost stories.
Yes, ghost stories. The best anime not created.
Ever.
Yeah, maybe not.
I guess we'll just jump straight in.
Let's do it.
Episode 13, lucky for some, is The Picture That Swallows People, Da Vinci.
Oh yeah, this one, yeah.
Yeah. This is all about people being slightly okay at art, I guess, and painting pictures of the old school building, which for some reason we haven't learned our lesson to not do anything to do with the old school building ever.
I don't know why.
I mean, we just shouldn't touch it,
Yeah.
like ever, because nothing good ever comes from the old school building. Nothing.
Apparently not. I mean, yeah, so I suppose the episode starts off with a girl in a noose on a box. Is it a chair? Possibly a chair.
I think it's a chair. It's a pretty good intro.
Yeah, and she's getting painted while in this noose and
Yep.
looking very uncomfortable, as I suppose you.
Yes, as you would in a noose.
Yeah. Um, and then she doesn't get hung though.
No, he finishes the painting,
But
and we should say who's painting her
hmm,
is sort of skeletal Leonardo da Vinci looking motherfucker.
yeah, good old
Basically, skeleton in a wig.
yeah. Weirdest.
It's real dumb looking.
Nothing new in this anime.
I don't know. I could not get on board with the dumbness of this villain in quotations. It really bugged me. It just did not look good at all. Even though I think as a concept it's kind of worthy of an episode of the Twilight Zone or something like that. It was pretty cool.
I mean, that's what this anime really is, isn't it? It's just like an animated adventure of the Twilight Zone.
I guess. And in this instance, I suppose, like instead of like you say, she's not being hung; she's just being painted while being
Hung.
in a noose. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden, as he like puts the last bit of red on the lips, she just like gets materialized into the painting. I guess.
Yeah. Gets sucked into the painting. Don't you
Yeah,
know who she
phased out of
is?
existence. No, no, we don't. But then, cut to modern day, and Sasuke is she's painting a picture of the old school building
Yes.
because you should do that. But it's also like, is it at that point you find out? I can't remember if it's that it because she's painting it because her mother painted one, right?
Um.
Or is it just does she just so happen to paint it? Because the whole point is that she's painting a picture that her mother also painted.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just so happened that she painted it. Because I mean,
Yeah.
maybe
Okay.
maybe it wasn't in the English dub. You might have learned that. But all you get from Hajime is like, why the hell you paint a school?
Yep. Yep.
Very much.
And it's as valuable input as anything else in this show. So
Yeah.
who knows?
She also won the first prize in the competition.
She did.
Yeah.
Hers is a better painting, of course, as we come to know.
Yeah. Possibly. Um,
Yeah.
and then basically cue the credits, but just before the credits, the and the art teacher or janitor they like to call him in the episode.
Yeah, I think they call him the janitor, but I'm pretty sure it's the art teacher.
Yeah, tells them to go. All right, you kids, time to go home. And they'll go. All right, and then he's
I guess.
watching them leave the school building, and the painting starts to bleed out the first floor window somewhere.
Yeah.
Cue,
Yep.
cue the intro.
Yep. And then, of course, they find the painting bleeding onto the ground.
Yeah, the next day. But I think she goes home and her dad has like a music box in front of.
Oh, that's right. It's an empty box, though.
Yeah, I think they were saying it's a snuff box, and
Yeah.
he stopped doing the snuff because it's empty or something.
Yep. But it's a music box
Yeah,
somehow
yeah, and
with no
then
mechanism.
yeah, and then its father makes a comment that she looks like her mother, and then
Yes, that's right.
they also make the comment that she looks like a person who likes.
Oh, some. Yep. Because she mentions she's like, you do look like your mother, only less butch. I think is the not quite as butch.
Yeah, something like that.
It's
Some geography term, no
yeah,
doubt.
really, really, really doubling down on the mum being gay sort of thing.
As always, yeah. um, and then she goes back to school, find the painting ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! And then like some kid runs in and goes, "Oh, we got to look at the old school buildings. Come and check out." And then that old school buildings also has the blood running out of that picture,
Yep.
out the
So
window.
cue the janitor and the principal, the janitor and the principal going into the building to find out what the hell's going on.
Yeah,
Uh, and it turns out, and it's not blood. It's just a leak that got into some red paint.
yes. And then the janitor slash art teacher pours the paint into the water more.
He does. Uh, the principal's like, maybe you should just. I hate this. Throw some blue in it, make it purple, or something like that. And it's just like, oh, okay, that's okay. Good input.
Also, that he doesn't like kids.
No, I mean that was abundantly clear through any interaction he's ever had with any teacher or student. He doesn't like people. I don't think it's specific to students.
No. And the team decide to run in and sneak into the old school for I don't know whatever reason. Hajime was against it. Not to say he was like, no, I'm going to stay here.
Yep.
Oh, actually, no, I'm coming.
Yep. For once, he made a good choice to try and stay out of it.
Oh, for
And
the split second.
yeah, yeah. I mean, that's like it's better than normal, right? So
Yeah, I suppose he's learning from his the constant mistakes of doing things,
constant.
and then I suppose we can get talk about in that in one of the later episodes that we watched. Anyway. So they're in the school and they go, all right, and then they see in the school that also um people are actually appearing in the picture. So like so the janitor are doing the cleanup in
Yep.
Sasuke's picture. And also notice that Christian girl got kidnapped because creepy skeleton guy
Yeah,
was having a look at her while looking at the painting. Had a
that's
twinkle
right.
in his eye too.
Yes. So Momoko, actually, I think is a theme in these episodes is that she's in danger. So
Yeah, she's definitely been in a lot of danger in the last a lot the episodes that we watched this week.
yep.
Yeah, so she's in danger. She just gets taken away with the ghost, and to go, oh look, she's in that room with the ghost, which is like the next room along. And then
Mm-hmm.
they actually looked at the diary within like the first 10 minutes of the episode.
They did.
Yeah,
They figured it out straight away.
they're like, wow. And then because Sasuke's actually carrying her picture around because it was ruined for some reason, and carrying it around.
Yep.
Uh, they face the ghost, who's also painting the same picture again as what we saw at the start
Yep.
with Christian girl in the
Momoko.
noose, Monocle. Yep.
Yep.
And yeah, um, so basically picks up the
This is
picture.
this is where it all gets a bit Back to the Future.
Very much so, yeah. Um,
Even down to I believe a reference that says even the music this sounds like it's from Back to the Future.
That's possibly it. I'm pretty sure they also did
I
it.
think it's when they're looking at the. So basically, the because Sasuke has painted the same picture as her mum, uh, the ghost doesn't get the opportunity to finish the job of painting Momoko.
Hmm.
So transports Momoko through that painting,
Yes.
but jumps up into the air and goes, which I thought was really funny. I laughed for quite a while at that point.
Fair
Real
enough.
dumb, real dumb. But yeah, like, and they realize that she's not in a painting, but she is. She's gone through that painting and come out, or they follow her through the painting. Sorry,
Yeah. Hajime and
or
Sasuke.
sorry, Hajime and Sasuke follow her through the painting, and they end up figuring out that they've essentially kind of gone back to the past when Sasuke's mum painted the painting.
Yeah. Not after Sasuke's dad gave her a box. Out of nowhere. He appears
Oh
out of
yeah,
nowhere in
yeah.
middle
He just
school.
the little kid that you figure out is the dad.
Yeah.
He
It's
just runs up and he's like, "Oh hey, have this gift." Oh, people are so nice here.
yeah.
It's like, kid just gave you like a random thing. Question it.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Like, it's so weird. And of course, the first thing she notices about it that makes it really awkward and more potentially like Back to the Future is her first comment is wow, he has a nice ass.
Yep. I think. No, maybe that's a different episode again. I'm sure they do a Star Trek reference in one of the episodes, but
Hmm,
she goes, "Damn it,
possibly.
Jim!"
Oh yes, that is in the last episode,
Yeah,
episode 16.
I think it must have been because that's the only one I
It's
could
because the
think.
elevator buttons don't work.
Yeah.
Damn it, Jim.
It's like Jesus. Anyway, so yeah, so they finally bump into Sasuke's mom and they're like, "Oh, it's a hey girl, you paint this picture." It's like, yeah,
Yeah, I did.
yeah,
Only that mine's a little better. I think it's her comment. It's like, oh, that's the same painting as mine, only not as good.
or something like that. Yeah. And then they said, "Oh, but Da Vinci's released." I was like, "Oh, what? What? I thought I sorted him out."
Yep.
And then,
And she had.
yeah, but she's painting the same picture in the future.
Yep. Which is apparently the only way to to free him.
Yeah.
Good stipulation, right? Um. Yeah. So they end up. To remember they end up sort of facing off with the Da Vinci Ghost in the past,
Mhm.
who's painting Sasuke this time.
Uh,
Is it Sasuke?
no, it's still Monaco.
In the oh, sorry, you're right. No, you're right. In the past this time though.
Yeah, yeah. So it's get to there, and then they did a trade off of the
They do,
incense
yes.
for her.
Yeah, burning incense.
Yeah. And then he was like, "Ha! I'm escaping to the future now," type thing.
Yeah, and he does the wee again, which is also pretty good.
Yeah.
But of course, at this point, Lee is it Leo and Kichiro
Mm.
are trying to find the painting
Yeah.
in the modern world because it's not where it should have been.
Yep.
And it turns out that the janitor slash art teacher has picked them all up and is now burning them.
Yeah, stick them in the furnace at the back of the school.
So while the Da Vinci Ghost is trying to escape back to modern day to leave them all in the past, he gets set on fire and can't leave.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
It comes back down.
And then of course they start the ritual, which has a dumb thing as always. I can't remember what it was though. Super dumb.
Something like Da Vinci, go away, make it rain
Yeah,
another day or something.
it's real bad.
It's always bad, these chants.
Yeah.
Um,
Um. Of course, then the the I think it's Amina Jaku that opens up the portal on the other side, isn't it, to allow them to come back?
yeah. But then Sassy was like, "Oh shit! I still got this gift. I got to give it back to my dad."
Yeah.
Because
She just
yeah,
leaves it on the ground for him to go. Oh,
because they ran and hide from her mother and father interaction there, hide in a
yeah,
covering for a statue.
yeah. It's weird.
Yeah, super weird. Um, yeah. So she gives that back,
Yep.
and they all,
Momoko's saved.
yep, and they all head back into the through the picture. I think it was the old picture, was it? Was it not like her mother's picture that they
Uh,
go back through?
I think it might be. Yeah.
Um, and then that's the end of the Da Vinci.
Yeah.
I can't remember what else happens.
I don't think it's anything important, if I'm quite honest.
Oh, there's a line that Sashi says to her dad about her mother, referencing that she is gay, and something about that he'll need to work on his tongue.
Yeah, no, she shouts that to her dad. He's like, "Remember, it's all about the tongue." And he's like, "What? Wait, mine or hers?"
Yeah,
I forgot about that. That's her parting words.
yes,
Oh man.
it's all about the tongue.
Jeez. Okay. How do you rate it? How does this measure up?
I don't know. 3 maybe?
Okay.
It's either that or 4. I mean, none of these episodes are great, but
No.
they're not
Uh
horrible.
I think this one had a pretty decent intro, but I think I would agree with you. I think it's a 3. I a good intro. Plus, I laughed a couple of times at the Da Vinci Ghost going wee, which was pretty funny. Um, yeah, that was okay.
Yeah.
Next up on the docket, episode 14, and this is an amazing episode title: "The Life Taking Psychic Photo: Railway Crossing of Evil."
Oh, yeah. This one.
Yep,
So,
yep,
starts off with a rainy day, dark
yep.
rainy day at a level crossing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and a taxi pulls up
Yep,
to the level crossing because he's got to head back to the depot or something. And then suddenly this girl appears in front of him and he thinks he hits her. He
yep.
gets his car and basically explains, "Oh, I must not hit anything because there's no dent in my car." He gets
Yep.
back in. The
Oh,
girl's
well, no, actually, he says, "I guess I didn't hit anything. Either that or I hit Kate Moss," is what he says.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've got about the Kate Moss line. You remember her? Whatever happened to her?
Yeah. I still thin, I imagine.
She's like Twiggy. She was like maybe the
I mean, Twiggy? Do you mean Twiggy?
Twiggy.
Yeah,
Tiggy?
Twiggy?
Twiggy.
Tweety.
Oh, Twiggy.
Yeah. I don't know. One of them. Model.
60s
Skinny,
models.
right? Yeah, okay.
She's
I'm with you. With you.
I think she's bulked out now.
I think Kate Moss also has a daughter who's now a model, which is unsurprising.
Wait, what? How did she birth a kid? That was just break her, surely.
I imagine great difficulty. I can't imagine that being a great 9 months of your life when you don't have a lot on you.
Yeah, I imagine that.
Imagine it being quite difficult.
Yeah, wasn't
But yeah,
didn't she also date that dick of a pop star, rock star person?
you'll need to narrow it down.
Was it Pete someone?
Uh, it probably says a lot about me that the first Pete I thought of was Pete Sampras, and he's a tennis player. So
Yeah, I was thinking of Pete Sampras too, but you're right, he is a tennis player.
why did people think of Pete Sampras?
Because he's far more memorable than the the coke and induced boyfriend. I believe was the.
Oh wait, Pete Doherty.
Oh, maybe that was it. Yeah, was it him?
He's the British guy,
Yeah, he
the lead
was.
singer of that band that sucked.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, he was a bit of an
yeah.
ass.
Oh yeah, he was, and probably still is, I imagine.
Yeah. Oh, Pete
He
Doherty.
was very much binging on heroin quite a lot, I think.
Oh, fuck, heroin.
Yeah,
Probably. Well, he might not be alive then.
but yeah, I mean, your guess is as good as mine, and I'm probably not going to lose sleep over it either way.
That's fair enough. Yeah,
Are you checking to see if he's alive?
yeah. Uh,
Come on, tell me. Tell me he's
oh,
okay.
Pete Doherty. Wikipedia. Holy shit, he's older than me. He's 42.
Right. What was the what was the right? Without telling, was his band called Baby Shambles?
He was in a band called Baby Shambles.
Okay. What other bands was he in?
Libertines.
That's the one.
Pete Doherty in the Puta Madres. Uh, Peter Wolf,
No.
Little Anns, and the Streets, apparently.
Oh, that's a shame. The Streets are good.
See how long he was in the Streets for then.
I hope it wasn't. I hope it was one song.
Solo working Gorilla Dicks. I don't know, this tells me
I feel like it must have only been one song.
possibly, yeah. Associated acts, it said.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll just stick with that.
um,
Anyway,
yeah, so back.
yeah. So Kate Moss.
Kate Moss is a reference.
Yep.
Yeah, he is still alive. Well, right. So, yes, Kate Moss was the reference, and that's like the start of the episode. Oh, she also
Okay.
appears in the back of the cab, and there's a scream.
It's pretty creepy, actually.
Yeah, she's just a.
So that another pretty good intro, I think.
Mm-hmm. It might be a bit creepier, this one.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
For sure. So this one kind of revolves around them going around that area that they've heard is haunted.
Yeah.
They all get together as the psychical research team for the school, and Leo brings his camera and gives everyone else cameras, and they're all sort of taking photos and
Well, only Leo takes photos. Everyone else complains.
oh yeah,
And
everyone else complains about taking photos. Yeah,
and he says that he'll expel him from the team,
that's right.
which makes Sasuke have like upset eyes.
Yeah,
And she comments on that. Look what you made me do to my face. Something like that.
but they finish up with their photo taking, and then they find out that Momoko got rushed to hospital. Basically,
Mhm.
is it was it she? I can't remember what it was that was wrong with her. She went to hospital. She collapsed, I think.
Yeah, she collapsed when she got home or something.
Yeah, and as of course as good friends, they go to visit her in the hospital, um, and to see her, and she's obviously quite sick. But uh, I think is that when Leo starts to show her the photos that he's taken.
Yeah, because he was developing them the night before.
Yeah, and finds that there's like a hand on like no other person in the picture, but there's a hand on the shoulder of Momoko, which I actually thought was kind of cool. It reminded me of a film called Shutter, which is really good. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, so and of course she's like, well, and then starts to unbutton her top, and of course they lose their minds at this.
yeah. Um,
You know, I guess.
they do, and I think there was like some other like thing. She said something else as well. 'Cause they do a flashback. Because so it starts unbuttoning the top, and then they scream and run out type thing.
Yep.
And then I think later in the episode they do a flashback to talking to her in the hospital about something more
Yeah.
severe, I think.
Yes.
I didn't want to tell about the
But
ghost.
yeah. But of course, like she was just going to, not flash them, but show them that she had a mark where the hand was in the picture.
Yeah.
Um, and of course, that sort of starts to link that this ghost that is haunting the crossing, or a Yuri, I think is what it's called. Uh, it's basically, I think it's haunting the taxi drivers essentially, but it's also haunting her.
Yeah. Um, well, it's haunting Monaco at the moment,
Yes,
in a
right
sense.
now.
And
Uh,
it's called the Zip Code Ghost or something, is the Yamato's has been calling it or something.
So it's not a great name, but you work with what you've got,
Yeah. Yeah. So Leo feels really guilty. As obviously it's
of course.
if it wasn't for him that none of this would happen technically. And he goes tries to summon the spell the ghost in his room.
He tries to like perform a ritual to, I think, help Momoko and also draw some of the attention to him.
Yeah. But
Uh,
it doesn't work.
blow, it blows up his room.
Yeah, his windows break in. And then mum comes in and goes, Leo! 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 What's going
Are you listening to me, Leo? Leo, Leo, are you listening? Are you listening, Leo? And it's just literally someone with a soundboard doing the same bits of dialogue over and over and over. And it took me a little while to cotton on to that, but when I did, I gave a good hearty chuckle at how obvious that was.
Yes.
It was really stupid.
And
Um,
I think he runs to the hospital at that point.
he does, but I think at that point he's made it worse because the photo changes, and rather than it just being one hand on the shoulder, it's the both hands come round like they're crushing her. Or I believe Leo says, "Does that ghost have their hands on her boobs?"
Yeah. Why is she
The
always
answer
trying
is, well,
lesbians?
yeah. So the answer is no, no, it doesn't. But of course, she gets sicker at that point.
Run to the
Um, and
ICU.
yeah, because this is when we meet Momoko's parents. They're just awful. You're late. I got caught up at work, and it's like, well, your daughter's dying, so
Yeah. And also,
awful, awful human beings.
and then the mother goes, "I'm leaving you."
Yeah, that's right.
She goes straight up goes, "I'm leaving you."
It's amazing. It's a very weird exchange. Of course, everyone's very upset though that because I think it's like somebody says it's like it goes, so what's going on? It's like, oh, is that your friend? Are you a close friend? Oh, it's Leo. Yeah. Are you a close friend? He's like, yeah. It's like, well, she's a goner.
Oh yeah, that was the nurse
Pretty
thing.
much what he says.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real nice. It's like the nurse is like, yeah, she's a goner.
Not
I'm
not
sorry.
not like I don't know, when they just soften the blow for the kid. No, he's already distraught.
Nah,
Straight up.
he's you know, the truth. The
Yeah.
truth was given. Um, and at this point, um, I feel like what happens is that it's like the ghost is possessing Momoko and like draining the life out of her, sort of thing. And what's happening is that I think it's trying to show her what happened. I
Oh,
think it's like I feel like we're getting flashbacks of like the driver hitting her
Uh,
at the crossroads.
I don't know. I mean, certainly there's a flashback later in the episode, but I think that's the only time they ever get the flashback. Because
So what's happening at this bit then? Because that's I seem to remember that the run of play is that they figure out where to look, like how to unbind the spirit.
yeah. So basically, after the night where she goes into ICU, uh,
Uh huh.
and then she goes to the cat goes, oh yeah, well you need to like figure out how to break it type thing. Like
Yeah.
it's looking for something. So he goes,
Amon Jaku being incredibly helpful now for some reason.
yeah, he's certainly his character arc is a hell of a lot changed. Like, I mean, he's been helpful in most episodes.
He's being less of a jerk about it.
Yeah, he's not. He's. I'm sure there's a thing coming up. It'll state that his character is he's completely out of character. But anyway, so yeah, so they go to back to the crossroads, and Leo's offering gifts. He's offered like a bowl of eggs, carton of juice, and some
That's
flowers. And
for her
then
to get better.
yeah, and then the mother of the ghost is there with some flowers, and they
That's right.
meet her, and she just tells everyone how much of a slut she was, essentially.
She does, yeah.
Yeah,
But she was due to get married.
she was going to get married. Uh, for some reason, had an engagement ring and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
but no one ever found the engagement ring, so they kind of dropped the foreshadowing of it, an engagement ring right there.
Yeah.
So then Leo basically goes, right, I know what I've got to do. I've got to find this engagement ring. And they're out there at the middle of the night. And then Momoko suddenly appears on the tracks. Uh,
That's what it is, yeah.
and they're trying to go, no. And then she goes towards a moving train that's coming towards her as the ghost tries to kill her.
Yeah.
Because they try to grab her and she throws them away.
She's incredibly strong.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Yeah.
she pushes away three of them
Yeah.
without much of an issue.
Three of them being one small kid. And then Leo kind of
Yeah.
tackles her to the
Leo
ground.
tackles her. Yeah.
And then just before the train hits, she comes to her senses and realizes that the leaves a memory in Momoko because she leaves Momoko at that point.
Yep.
And the engagement ring is in the taxi because they have the flashback then.
You're right. Yeah, because in the flashback is essentially like taxi driver hits woman and goes, "Ah, shit,"
Yeah.
and goes to put her in the back of the cab and goes, "Oh, she's dead and my hands are covered in blood. Fuck this!" And then takes the body back out.
Yeah. Takes body back out, but at that time the ring was falling off her hand because it was a cheap
Yep.
ring from Jared's. Jared's?
And a miracle ring because it sort of, falls through the bottom of the cab in the animation.
Yeah. I wouldn't put it past.
Yep.
I didn't notice.
They reshow it twice and it does the same thing twice.
That's because it's the same clip.
Yeah, it's the same clip.
Oh, anyway, so then they go to like the taxi rank.
Yep.
Where all the taxis are held up, the depot, I should say. And
Yep.
break into the taxi because, they never lock the doors, apparently.
Yeah. Or the entrance to the taxi depot,
Yeah, and then they find the
which
ring.
one of the taxi drivers does lament. Why don't we put the lock on this damn thing?
Yeah. Oh, it's the same taxi driver, too, that did the hit and run.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
it's been the ring. He's obviously never cleans out the taxi because I think she died 3 years prior to all this.
Yeah, it's either 2 or 3 years. Yeah, it's definitely a matter of years, though.
Yeah, it's definitely a matter of years, and yet they still find the ring in the back of his taxi.
Yeah,
Uh,
that is pretty nuts. Although they also do make some, fairly racist remarks about his country of origin.
do they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they talk about him. Him not being able to get any other jobs because of his half, half whatever half Pakistani origin. And he's like, "Hey, I'm not from Pakistan." It's just really weird.
Did they go into India?
And over,
I'm not from Pakistan, Indian.
I, I can't even remember if he says that.
Probably not.
That would be at least a thing to maybe be angry about, because I know that you probably don't want to confuse those two. But
No.
an interesting story. I went to Spain
Hmm?
a number of years ago now, and I got a taxi from the place I was staying to the airport,
Mhm.
or to the center of town rather,
Yeah.
because we were going to then go to the airport later, and got out the cab and didn't have my bag.
Because you left it in the taxi.
I did leave it in the taxi.
Oh, Jesus. Did he get it back?
Uh, well, that was around 12 o'clock that day, with our flight being about 7 o'clock.
All right.
It had my passport, my
Oh, God.
iPad, bunch of other stuff in it. And I was like, oh, this is pretty bad. So I basically hunted every taxi in that place for the majority of 3 or 4 hours.
Oh, God.
I filed a police report. I did everything I could. I tried to, because I was in essence stranded because I had no way to leave the country.
Yeah.
And I was the day after. The day after, I was supposed to be going to the hospital with my wife to get our scan for our first scan for our second child. And it was like, oh, this is going to be a good phone call where you tell it's like, so can't make it. I'm stuck in Spain because I lost my passport.
Was this
Sorry.
was this for work or something?
No, I was there for a wedding.
Hmm.
And it's like, oh, great. Good stuff. This sucks. And then, I went to the airport with my friends just to, because it's like, what else can I do? Like, I need to talk to them and explain to them about the situation. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and talk to the taxi drivers out the front of the airport because, surely one of them must be able to know what's going on. And I speak to one guy, and one guy's like, you know what? I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you find your bag. And I was like, oh, that's very nice. I don't hold out much hope, but that is very nice. Thank you for your assistance. And he's like, come on, do you know anything about the cab that you left in? And I'm like, well, I took this photo because I was taking a photo of a license plate that had a funny name on it or something like that while I was in the car. And he's like, okay, that's fine. I can't really tell much from that, but what we'll do is like, I think it's a Seat Altia XL. And he's like, I'm sorry, what? And he's like, yeah, that's what I think, but get in the cab. And I'm like, okay. And we get in the cab and we go to a taxi depot full of taxis. And he gathers round all the other taxi drivers and makes them look at my phone. And he confirms, he's like, yeah, it's an Altia XL, and he's like, there's only one of those out today. And he puts a call out on the radio, and he's like, I think we've got it. That car's at the airport now. Okay, at least the car's there. Maybe I can, the car's there, but who knows if my bag's there. And yeah, we get there, and not only is the cab there, my bag is still in the back seat
What?
after 6 hours.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow, man. That's kind of lucky. Did you not phone the taxi company themselves?
I phoned every taxi company. None of them were as willing to help as that one taxi driver.
That's because he didn't want you in in the country, man. Scummy British citizen.
He was a very, very nice man, and I can probably never thank him quite enough for that.
I saved your bacon.
But yeah. Oh, totally.
Yeah.
And then the great irony is that then the flight was delayed by 2 hours. So
Isn't it always? Isn't it always?
yeah, I ended up getting back home at 3 a.m. and starting work at 8 the next day. So that was pretty good.
Apparently, I almost left my passport in a hotel in Dallas.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because
Almost.
we're doing the road trip,
Yeah, yeah.
and so we started in Lando and headed along the Highway 11, whatever it was, all the way, and ended up in Dallas eventually, which isn't on Highway 11, I think. Could be wrong, can't remember. 10 years ago. And we're essentially, aside from there, we're going to just go up to Flagstaff at the Great
Yeah.
Grand Canyon, but that's like two states away.
Sure.
So we were leaving like 5 in the morning or something stupid, the hotel. And I'm not a morning person.
No. You?
Yeah, so and there's only 2 drivers, so I was like, okay, I'll not drive in the morning because I'm going back to sleep in the back of the car. So essentially, as I wasn't really awake, and I kind of packed my stuff out before, but I just kind of like, yeah, I'm good to go. Let's get in the car and put my hat on, and I'll just sleep. So just for the lull of it, we decided to drive out Texas up into Oklahoma and Oklahoma City,
Uh-huh.
and then along back into Texas, passing the place with the soon-to turn steak. That's
Nice.
in the north of Texas, by the way. Anyway, it was just so happens my friends just like picked it all up, went threw it in the car into my bag for me,
Oh man. Jesus.
or picking it up.
I thought you were gonna end up having to go back.
No, it wasn't that bad. Everyone else
That would have
was
been pretty
yeah,
grim.
everyone else was awake.
Everyone else is more of a morning person than you.
Oh, very much so. I'll put it this way: I didn't get out of bed until 5 today.
That's a level that I wish I was at this point. You got up close to 12 hours after I did.
Yeah, yeah. I was awake though. I just never got out of bed.
Well, that's also fair.
Watching
Anyway, I suppose.
YouTube shorts.
Oh man, that's a rabbit hole, isn't it?
Oh, it's just constantly watching them all day. Did you
Do you
know?
watch the iPhone repair guru?
I saw him. He's all right. It's the one
Yeah, he's
that
pretty good.
one of the ones I saw, and I just decided to stop watching it. It says, "Look, a flame doesn't leave a shadow,"
Yeah. Okay.
and I just went, "The fuck are you on about? It's a fucking light source. It's not going to leave
It's a light source, you idiot.
it's not going to leave a shadow, is it?" Anyway, let's talk about ghost stories.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, digressing.
Very much.
So they find the ring in the thing, and in finding that ring, it sort of stops Momoko's life being drained and she's okay again, basically.
Yeah.
And then of course the ghost then comes after the driver.
Yeah. She gets
Uh,
does the same thing she did at the start, only with a different taxi
Yep.
driver. And this time the taxi disappears.
Yep. And that's pretty much it.
Yep. And that's the end of that episode.
How do you find this one? What's your thoughts?
Oh, I kind of forgot to mention that this is the one that I mentioned in Make a Comment. I was like, I forgot what film we're ripping off this time.
That's right. It's like The Ring or The Grudge. I can't remember which thing we're ripping off at this point.
And then
Yeah.
Hajime and Sasuke say, The Grudge, The Ring.
Yeah, that's so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I'm going to go with a 4, I think.
Okay. I
Might be a 5.
I'm gonna stay at a 3.
Okay.
I thought this one had I thought the horror stuff was okay in this one, and the intro was pretty good, and the plot was reasonable, but not a lot of great stuff going on in that one, to be honest.
Yeah. Well,
It's fine. It's fine, I guess.
it's
Next up on the docket, 15. The Devil's Spell, Rite of Darkness.
oh yeah.
So, speaking of films that they're ripping off The Craft in this one, just so we're clear.
Really? Didn't realize.
100%. 100%. In fact, I think they might even say that in the episode.
I think they do all along with some lines like that, yeah.
It's like, what do they think this is? The Craft? Yeah. So I'm very unclear as to why all of a sudden Sasuke became really interested in these 3 other people we've never met before.
Spellcrafting. Witchcraft.
But she gets like... So, in essence, this episode is about Sasuke getting involved in witchcraft.
Yeah.
With 3 other students, and all being sort of led by this other student called Shinobu. He's like the kind of mastermind behind it all.
Mm-hmm.
I don't...
She wanted bigger
Yeah, I
breasts.
struggled with this one. She did. She wanted a firmer ass and bigger breasts.
Yeah, that's why she got...
That was... But she was accused of, it's like, you know, she's into all this stuff because I think she had painted her nails and was wearing, I believe in quotation words from Leo here, "Hello Pussy underwear."
Yes. Definitely was a cat.
Then she beats both Leo and Hajime with her bag for being perverts, which I think she was quite fair to do.
Yes. There was the time when the wind came by and blew up the skirt.
Might have had something to do with the trains going past, one would assume.
I don't think they were on a road.
Yeah, they were. They were a crossing, though.
Were they? Oh, maybe.
I was sure they were a crossing.
I know, that was last episode.
Anyway, I guess.
They were
But
crossroads.
I suppose the crux of this really is that they're performing rituals to get wishes.
Yeah.
And essentially this lead girl, Shinobu, is basically saying, you know, just do as I'm telling you, but you can quit whenever you want.
Yeah, yeah.
But she says it like, but you can quit whenever you want.
You can quit in the middle.
Yeah, you know, whatever. It's like, yeah, why you keep saying it like that? Why do you talk like that?
Yeah.
But I think this is like, there's really not a lot happens in this episode. It's all just sort of very long-winded conversations around the fact that, I suppose there's some pretty good stuff around the spells. Let's not skip that. But like, they're performing one of the rituals, and she like raises her hand and says "Heil Hitler" in the middle of it for some reason.
Yeah, just right at the end of it. Oh, Hitler.
Just after she'd screamed "fuck me, Satan" 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to the words.
Oh, come on! The Heil Hitler part actually made me properly burst out laughing. It's just
Yeah.
like, haha!
Oh, no,
It's
no.
very funny.
Oh,
It was very funny. Um,
reminds me of another YouTube short that I watched today. It was a
probably less said the better there, but yeah, go on.
it was like a profile thing. It was like one of these like which three presidents? Granted, there was only one president to be honest in the list because
Hmm.
they went and they gave like list of qualities. He was always drunk type
Hmm.
thing. Always had 5 or 6 martinis during the day all the time. Um, something like that. And then the second one was like he was never up before noon. Another person that wasn't morning person. Uh, and then the other one was like the good Samaritan one where he's like never cheated on his wife, never did this, like always great type thing. So the guy goes, "Oh,
Uh-huh.
I'll choose the third one. That's the one I would elect." Type thing. So the first one was Roosevelt.
Okay.
Um, uh,
Teddy.
yeah, I think it was Teddy Roosevelt, and then the middle one was Churchill,
Okay.
Winston Churchill, and then the third
Yep.
was Adolf because he was like, "Oh shit, I've got to pick the villain," and then it just cuts off like it's before it says Adolf Hitler. It just comes up Adolf, and it's like shit, and he throws his
Oh
phone away.
dear. Oh dear.
Yeah,
YouTube shorts are a dark magic.
very
Um,
much so.
so one of the girls decides that she doesn't really want to take, or sorry, no, one of the girls disappears,
Yeah,
presumably because she's been
she,
sacrificed, I guess.
well, it was said that if you tell anyone about these things, then
Oh yeah, that's right.
you'll be cursed.
You'll be cursed.
So the Chernobyl,
Shinobu.
Chernobyl, uh, she said if you do that, then you'll be cursed. But you can leave
Yep.
whenever you want, type thing. So she says,
Yep.
"Oh, she must have told someone and got cursed because I did get a call from her and she was going to leave and that."
Yep.
And then 3 other girls were like, "Oh, fuck this shit, man! It's not all this
I'm out.
hassle is not worth for my bigger breasts and firm ass type thing."
Yep.
And so she goes, "All right, that's cool. Um, this is how you get out of it." Um,
Oh, and it's the beans, the magic green beans.
yeah, those number 9 symbol things. But
Yeah.
before that, Hajime asks Sasuke what's going on with her, and she said, he makes a comment as like, "Are you pregnant?"
Yes, and she's like, "Don't tell anyone about the things." Yes, I am pregnant.
Yeah,
He's like, you could get an abortion if you want. Like, I don't think she wants to talk about that. I think any normal, not with you, for certain. You seem like not the right person. I
yeah,
appreciate you are trying, but you are not the right person for any conversation like that.
very
You're a
much,
monster.
very much. Not. So anyway, yeah. So she's got the green beans and is doing the chatting, and then the cat basically stops her and goes, "Can't do that.
The hell?
That'll
Yeah. The hell are you doing?
yeah, erases you from time. Hence why no one
Who told you
remembers."
to do that?
Yeah.
Whoever? No, sorry. Whoever told you to do that is either a bitch or a ghost.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty good line, because then there's a callback to that in a minute, which is pretty funny.
Yeah. Um.
Um,
Alright, so they go in the house and it goes, all right, and then
because she phones to one of the other girls that was going to get out of it
mhm,
at, presumably just after 2 in the morning,
yeah,
and is met with almost a literal sort of early example of "ain't nobody got time for that. There's nobody that lives here by that name."
yeah.
which was pretty funny.
What are you doing? What are you calling? And then she appears. He goes, "Why didn't you do it?"
So she drops the phone, and then he says, "You have another call coming in."
Oh yeah,
And I must admit, the voice on the phone is actually quite creepy. I think this is actually really, really well done horror because that voice is very, very scary, I think. And then the reveal of her, but not her, like just a sort of possessed entity, like yellowed eyes and sallow purple skin and longer hair, and just sort of, I think that in particular the longer shots of like looking at her just stood still in the shadow is really, really well done.
okay,
I really appreciated how creepy they made that. I
yeah.
think.
That's fair enough. I mean, yeah, she certainly looked kind of creepy there. I mean, I know your affliction to elegonic, el- elongated limbs.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm not down.
No,
That is a proper fear, and they did a hell of a good job of making that pretty creepy in this. I must admit.
you do love the long limbs.
But I think that's the thing is like, 'cause that's the bit where Amanajaku goes, "Watch out, Sasuke. She's a ghost and a bitch,"
Yeah,
and then just like jumps on her face.
yeah.
So again, like Amanajaku helping. Um,
He did have callbacks in the earlier episodes where he says, "Oh, I can't let any other ghost take you down. It's got to be me."
yeah,
But
yeah, that's true.
he's not really used that line in well since that one episode.
No, he's being overly helpful
Very helpful.
in a way he hasn't before.
Um, except in the last episode. We'll talk about that in episode
Yeah,
16. Um,
yes, we will.
so yeah, so Sasuke runs away into her room, and I think
It's her bedroom
yeah,
because Kichiro's asleep
on the bunk bed. Yeah,
in the top on the top bunk
yeah.
or the bottom bunk rather. No, top bunk.
And hasn't woken up her father or anything like that.
Nah,
So
who needs that?
yeah, and then so he's shuts the door with the whole chair behind the door method. Only I don't think
Yep.
it'd work on the handle that is actually in use because it's one of those rotating things. But it works enough. She doesn't get
Yeah,
in.
it certainly slows the entity down
Yeah. Uh,
long enough for her to. This is where she's trying to figure out the. Oh, sorry. Uh, is this the bit where she's trying to figure out the name of the spirit?
yeah, she's running through the book to find it, and then I think the three other girls were in the
The
cult
other girls.
right on the
Yep.
window.
Is Yamame?
Yeah, Mama, something like that.
Yamime.
Yeah, and then the other goes here that it was oh shit, and then does the whole
Yeah.
shining of sticking her eye through a broken piece of the door.
That was again, like I think that they're doing a really good job there of that being like pretty creepy, and the elongated arms coming through and sort of like removing the chair from the door, and then coming into the room, and uh
Yeah,
I think she says something like she's hiding in the closet and says like, if I have any luck, she'll go for Kichiro first or something like that.
she says
Um,
something along those lines. Have you actually noticed that Cheryl grabs onto Christian girl a lot more than the sister?
I mean, I probably because the Momoko's maybe a bit more caring about him.
Very much so.
Uh,
Trying to constantly convert him to Christianity.
yeah,
Um,
but I think that again, this is like sort of that thing where she's like in the cupboard, which has mirrors in it,
hmm.
and what she has to do is bind the spirit in red string and submit it to the light of day. And I actually thought this was like pretty creative. So what she's doing is she's actually like using lipstick to draw red string across the mirror, so that when the ghost opens the door,
Mhm.
it visualizes itself covered in red string. I actually thought that was kind of cool, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, that's pretty cool. And then she finds a camera.
yeah, because she doesn't. There's no daylight. It's nighttime. So yeah, she finds probably actually weirdly one of the disposable cameras that Leo gave her in the previous episode.
There's some throwbacks, like last week in the episode with the doll. The next episode after that is the father didn't want to go back to school because of the incident with the doll.
That's true. Yeah.
There's throwbacks to like other. It's not independent episodes all the time.
No, it doesn't always reset. Um, but yeah, I thought that was really cool. Again, I thought it was pretty well done. Where like the ghost just grabs her by the face and starts to like choke her out with one hand.
Yeah, yeah,
But then of course she manages to
blinder.
take the photo
Yeah,
and blind the spirit and send it back to the spiritual plane.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I think that, and that's she obviously sort of thanks Amanajaku for his assistance.
yeah. Actually, gets thanks. Um,
Yeah,
Unusual for the bratty kids just to
I,
thank anyone. Um, yeah. So that's that, and then find like the three other girls of like apparently appear on the door of
yeah,
their doorstep.
3 sluts passed out on my doorstep.
Yeah, and then they do like a wee voiceover type thing towards the end of it. I'll tell you what happened with her friendship with those girls.
I never spoke to this person again, and
Yeah, this person was a bit of a dick. I fell out with her, and she's kind of
she's in the
weird.
middle of saying she's in the middle of saying what happened to the last one and just stops talking.
Yeah, because Hajime in, kind of interrupts it because there wasn't enough time or something in the dubbing.
Yep,
Uh,
it's just weird.
well, at least you get a wee backstory why she don't talk to them girls no more. Oh, the other
Yeah,
one
it's
went to
more than we
military
got for
school.
that guy. That's right.
What was the movie? What was the movie about the kids that want go along the line?
Sandlot, Sandlot kids. Oh wait, that go on the railway line.
Yeah, they walk along this railway line.
Stand by Me.
Stand by Me. Yeah, is that it?
Yeah, yeah, because there's also the Sandlot kids about the kids that play baseball over the summer. There's that bit at the end where it just talks you through where all they all went and what they went and did, and
Yeah, I think it's a trope
yeah.
that's been done a few times, but
Oh yeah,
I think it was
yeah, yeah.
Stand by Me. I think it was maybe it was what I was referring to. It's like such and
But
such
yeah,
did
it
this.
was, and that's pretty much that episode, I think.
Yeah, that was literally at the end. Um,
Um,
Hashmi does ask about
how do you?
uh does ask about her pregnancy again.
He does. He does.
So I was like, who was it? Oh, this guy's not even
Uh,
there anymore. Anyway, yeah.
so dumb. How do you rate this one?
Uh, it has some good moments, I suppose. I might actually bring this up to a 5.
I think the first half of this is relatively dull and lifeless,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the second half of it is actually really good. Like probably the best the show's been.
Yeah, yeah, it seems pretty good
Uh,
there.
there was like scares and stuff like that are I think actually pretty exceptional. I'm probably going to go for a 6.
Ooh, 6? That's rare for this
Yeah,
one.
I think I think it just did a really good job. Like that last part of the last half of the episode is really great. Um, I think it sort of shows that like the anime itself did have some good ideas, but just maybe like I think what's clear about it is that just not enough to fill up the 21 episode run.
Possibly,
Okay,
yeah.
moving on to the last one. The apartment that eats people, nest of evil spirits.
Oh, mannequins.
Yep. Fucking mannequins.
So at the start of this one, we find that the dad has a job.
A new job, yeah.
Yeah, he's working on
The foreman of a demolishing company.
something like yeah. And basically, this old building's been up for demolishment for years, but accidents keep happening in it to prevent from people
Yeah.
from uh, demolishing it.
Well, there's a guy who basically watches a pipe fall from the a high up place,
Mhm.
and then his boss has to save him. But he claims that he sees a woman there, and she was smiling at him.
Yeah, and then there's a
Um,
hand appear in the pipe as well.
yeah,
But
I think that's a decent intro.
then Dad goes, "Ah, he's just drunk."
Yep.
See what I've done,
Yeah,
you?
like he would know.
Yeah, yeah.
He would know.
And then
Um,
cue the credits
yep. And of course, now we're about to enter into familiar territory. As it turns out, the dad has been hospitalized yet again.
straight away. Yeah,
This time he collapsed due to a mystery fever.
yes, no doll involved.
Uh, Now, this time the mystery fever overcame him and all that were working at that building site.
Hmm.
Um, and it seems to be that sort of like there's a kind of a deity or something that's haunting the building.
Yeah,
Um, and that's the kind of the premise. And I think I'm trying to remember how it kind of gets kickstarted to get into the next bit.
um, I think basically Leo goes because they go, "Oh yeah, my dad's got this new job for the council to demolish like places and build Starbucks or something like that." I think was
Yeah,
the,
yeah, yeah.
the line. And then Leo goes, "Oh, it wasn't this our apartment building, was it?" And it's like, "Yeah, it
Oh, and
was."
it was.
So then they possibly ditch school to go and look at this apartment building, and they try to get in and almost convince the security guard to let them in. And then he was like, "Hang on, wait a minute, nah, you're not getting in."
That's right.
Because it's like, "Hey kids, what are you doing here? The sign saying get out, no, not get out, keep."
Cheap out.
He can't even read the sign, I think, essentially, because he doesn't say keep out straight away. He says, "Go away, get out." And then Sassy says, "Well, but like my dad's really ill and this place is haunted, and we've got to go and investigate this." And he goes, "Well, maybe, maybe." And then he looks at the building and goes, "No, wait, that's an old derelict building. They can't let kids in there."
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Go away." No, I mean, keep away. So then Hansme comes with a great idea. "Oh, we're going to go back in the middle of the night."
Later.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then they can't
And at
find the
that
building or
point,
something.
yeah. Oh, they eventually do though, because the woman, Leo sees a woman on the roof
Mhm.
and thinks she's about to jump. Oh, they see it. Sorry, they see a red shoe on the ground, a woman's shoe, and it goes, "Wow, she has enormous feet."
Yeah.
And then they look up, and there's a woman standing on the edge of the building, looking like she's going to jump. So they run into the building, and then find that the elevator's out.
Yeah, which is,
And
I think this, they go, "Damn it, Jim," at that point.
damn it, Jim!
Yeah.
And then they run up all the stairs, and the whole time, sort of like I believe the conversation in the stairways is like, oh, why are poor people so fat if they have to use the stairs like this? It's just like it's all the French fries. That's what it is.
Some of that, yeah.
Just constantly making fun of poor people, and then they arrive at a floor, and he's like, "Look, the one person that managed to pay their electric bill," and runs up to their door.
Yeah.
They knock on the door, and this old guy answers, and it's like, "Did you pay your phone bill?" It's like, "Yes." It's like, "Well, you got a phone. There's a woman. She's gonna jump. Got to stop her." And he's like, not really interested.
Pretty much. I don't care. You should be more concerned about yourselves.
Yeah, not interested at all. And so they go up to the ceiling. Or sorry,
I think Hajime.
Leo and Hajime
Yeah.
run towards the roof,
Mhm.
and you know, to try and stop her, but she's not there.
No, she jumped. Well, she jumps past Sasuke just as they
Yeah, she
leave.
passed Sasuke, who meets her gaze as she's leaping and gives her a wee smile,
Yeah.
which was it was a little weird and creepy. I thought so. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. And then they look down, see no body.
Maybe she bounced. No, she wasn't that fat.
Yes, was like the lie in that. So then they start to leave, and then the cat appears.
This is my favorite bit. Hey, where are you guys going? Do you not feel different? I don't know, maybe a little less Jewish. And then they realize that Leo's missing.
Well, it took them a good half a minute to go, what? Oh, shit, where's Leo?
It's so good. It's so good. I don't
Uh,
know, like a little less Jewish. Oh shit, Leo.
yeah.
So they of course go back to try and find Leo, but realize now that the person they were going to go and speak to the old guy again,
Mhm.
but there's no light on anymore.
Yeah.
And in actual fact, the door's open now when he had locked it before, and there's just nothing in there.
Yep.
And Amanajaku basically explains that, yeah, it's like this whole place is just filled with ghosts.
Yeah. And then, so they do find Leo though. Well, they find the
Oh,
mannequin for Leo.
man, that, right. That's creepy, right? It's not just me.
I think you played too much Condemned Man.
Oh, I mean, I did, yes, for sure. I put in maybe 100 to 200 hours to Condemned, but like, it's not even so much the fact it's a mannequin. I think it's the eye movements.
Yeah, I
Like when it's
was.
lying on its back and they're just kind of like rolling all around, and then eventually like they shift down to look away, but then shift back to look up at them,
Yeah.
and then the arms like it just pulls itself up. It's basically just a torso with arms and a head, and it's wearing Leo's clothes,
Yeah.
and it's moving around like on its hands. Um,
Yep.
I thought that was pretty cool, and also like the hand movements are all sort of weird and twisted. It's just good. It's pretty well done.
Yeah. And then there's a big army of mannequins.
Who all look fairly creepy.
Yeah. So, and then more appear out of an apartment and they kind of run away again.
Yep.
Uh,
But the Kichiro gets tripped,
yeah, tripped and dragged away.
and they're like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And Hajime, being the hero that he is, decides to run back to save him, but the ceiling collapses.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the ceiling collapsed on them. So it's only Momoko and what's the name?
Sasuke.
Sasuke's there, and they run back into the stairwell where the mannequins and shut the door so the mannequins can't follow. I think.
Yep.
And then, or no, the mannequins got stopped behind the rubble because they're all behind that one this
Yeah.
bit.
They do close the door, but yeah, then they're in the stairwell and they hear footsteps,
Yep.
and it's like, oh, maybe that's them, and it's like, Amanajaku's like, I don't believe I have to explain this to you, but there's only one pair of footsteps here. It can't be more than one person. You kids are idiots.
Yeah. Pretty much.
He's like really, really angry about having to explain that.
Yeah. Well, that's a man Jack.
Yeah.
It turns out to be the security guy that thing, and it's like, yeah, I believe you. And then,
After him coughing and farting his way up the stairs.
yeah, yeah, I knew this place was haunted type thing. And he gives it away what the ghost is or something.
He
After badgering from Momoko, I think.
Yes. Yes. So he kind of knows what's going on, and there's a bit. This is the bit where Sasuke has to like find a doll.
Or some there needs to be a body or something to like
Yeah, there
take
needs to be
place.
a yeah. So the deity needs to be possessed into something else. It can't be destroyed or expelled somewhere. It has to be like captured within something. So she chooses the doll as a surrogate.
Yeah. Uh,
Um,
Andy Pandy? No, not Andy Pandy. Who's the girl?
I don't know.
She made some comment about the doll's name. Oh, she goes and finds a
Oh, I don't.
doll, right?
Yep.
And then by the time she comes back, my uncle's disappeared
Yes, she has.
because I can't remember what happened to her.
Nah,
And then
neither can I.
she's like, "I'm going to call you Raggedy Ann or something."
Raggedy Ann, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to call you Raggedy Ann. And then the doll speaks to her, or she makes the doll speak to her and goes, I'm a Barbie. All right then, I'm going to call you Barbie.
So she makes her way to the roof with the security guard type dude.
No, no,
No.
the elevator comes,
Right.
and she gets into the elevator because that's seems like a
Yeah.
good idea in a haunted place.
Yes.
Anyway, she's taken to the roof and sees all the kids about to
Yep.
jump off the building, commit suicide, and
And this is the bit where she drops the doll at some point.
yeah, something happens, and also, Manny Jackal pretty much says, "I'm getting out of here," type thing at this point.
Yeah. Yep.
Leaves him to die.
Quite rightly.
It's like, I'm not helping you. I'm going. You don't feed me.
That's right. The only reason he's even there is because she's like, you didn't fill my bowl of food. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. Um, yeah. So she's up there, and something happens. She drops the doll. Some tree appears, and someone makes a comment of getting to the root of the problem. And then
Yep.
a tree appears, and it's like, all right,
And rips the doll in half.
yeah, the roots rip the doll in half, and then she starts to spell.
Well, she says, "That's gotta hurt."
Yeah. Something like that. And then starts chanting the spell anyway.
Yep.
And things are attacking her, I think. Or about to attack her.
Mm-hmm.
And then the janitor person, he appears out of nowhere,
Yep.
as far as I remember. And becomes the deity, the body for the new deity. It's like, ah,
Because he's horny and alone, and she's lucky she's young. Is basically what he's saying.
I think so, yeah. I get low paid money. Not paid very well.
That's right. I'm not paid very well. Yeah, that's pretty good.
uh,
So he sacrifices himself to become the new host for the deity.
yep. And then everything turns back to normal, and father's back doing the work to the smallest the building.
Yep.
Everything's good. Oh, should notice that Leo's saying, "Oh shit, Dad's a goner. If we don't,
Yeah.
how if we don't do something by the end of this episode, your dad's dead."
Yep. Harsh.
Uh,
Harsh.
like, all right,
Yeah, he's like, I don't see him outlasting this episode.
yeah,
Specifically says this episode.
he does, yeah.
Oh, what a jackass.
Oh man, and then she's like, "I can't lose my father."
So, what do you rate this one?
It was entertaining. I think I'll put this one to a 4.
I am going to match you on that one. So our average this episode is 4 each.
4 each.
Yep.
Wait,
We differed on the psychic photo episode. You gave a 4 and I gave a 3,
yeah.
and then we switched on the Rite of Darkness episode where I gave a 6 and you gave a 5. So there's a point difference, and the rest added up.
Oh, that's not bad. What's for
So
the season so far?
oh fuck, hang on.
Let you do the
Let me bring
maths.
up the calculator. Or 3 plus nothing like live maths.
Yep.
Shit.
Live mass.
Right.
Most entertaining foreign mass.
Clear. Right. There we go. That's better. 4 plus 3 plus 5 plus 6 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 4 plus 6 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 divided by 16. 4.25 for you so far.
All right. Okay.
Plus 3 plus 5 plus 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 6 plus 2 plus 4 plus 3 plus 3 plus 6 plus 4 divided by 60. And mine is just a 4.
Ooh. Ahead of you.
So we're not massively unaligned.
Nope. Is that mean or medium average?
That's just average.
Is that mean average?
Mean average, not median.
Not the medium average.
No.
Okay.
No.
No. Not doing that maths.
No, I'm definitely not doing any more maths.
Damn it.
So that's us. We only have one more episode in the Ghost Stories season left.
Yeah, we're doing 5 episodes.
Yeah, 17, 18, 19, 20, and the special never aired episode 21. That is if it's actually on Crunchyroll, now that I think about it. I don't even know if I looked to see if it was available. Because quite honestly, I would leave it if it's not on Crunchyroll.
Let's have a look.
Oh, I don't think it's on.
No?
Nope, it's not there.
Oh, wow. All right.
So it looks as if we're on an even 20 here then.
Well, that's not too bad then.
So we're coming back. Well, we're coming back to do 17, 18, 19, and 20 next Sunday.
Wow. Okay. Let's
And
keep
then,
it even.
yep. And then if things go according to plan, we'll probably take a 1 week break from a longer series and do a little bonus episode. We won't say what yet. We'll tease that maybe once it's definitely confirmed that we can do it. And then all going well, which again we won't say too much more, but we'll probably be doing an extended series on something very confusing, hopefully.
Yeah. It can be. It's all the episodes are contained almost. I think. Maybe.
Gonna be fun times. Gonna be fun times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. We'll wrap this one up.
Yeah. So can we expect to see this on the podcast?
So this will probably be live sometime tomorrow on the podcast. You can listen to the podcast on anchor.fm, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Overcast, all your podcatchers. You should be able to find us there somewhere. Just look for Who's That Anime. If you want to join us on Facebook, we're on Facebook. You can join us at just search for Who's That Anime. Unfortunately, I still can't find a good username for some reason, so shortened URLs are not easy at this point. Colin, you're still playing some games on Couch Fuel.
I am. I'm playing River City Girls at home.
So you can either watch the archive at twitch.tv/couchfuel, or you can, go and subscribe. You're already here probably if that's where you're watching this, and you can come back and watch some video games live.
Yeah, probably be live tomorrow night, I think.
Yep.
I think that's
So
the plan.
that'd be good. Monday tomorrow night, yeah.
Monday
Good
is
times.
Monday is tomorrow. So it's all good.
So that would be good.
Yeah.
I suppose a quick shout out. Thank you to everyone who's listening.
Yeah.
We noticed that it seems like people in the US might be listening, which is interesting. I know that we don't really have any way for people to get in touch at the moment if they wanted to, but maybe that's something for me to work on for next episode if people did want to. You can always message us on Facebook if you'd like. That's probably the easiest, but if you don't use Facebook, maybe there's another way I can put together that we can sort that out.
Yeah. Not like leave comments in the podcast programs that you use.
No, you can leave a review. That would be awesome. If you are listening on the likes of Apple Podcasts or Overcast or Google Podcasts, Spotify, a review would be amazing. It would really help how the podcast works. The algorithm, that's how it works, is good reviews. I don't want to fish for 5 stars, but if you want to give us 5 stars, that'd be awesome. But always willing to hear constructive criticism. So if you have any, please do leave that with any rating you want on the podcast would be awesome.
Yeah, just
all feedback welcome.
And if you got any suggestions for terrible animes that we should watch,
oh please, yes, send those our way.
So yeah, because that's kind of what we're doing here.
Yeah, I think we want to build up at least a bit of a backlog for sure.
Oh god, yeah.
But can't believe we're almost at the end of our second series.
Yeah, and that's been a long series.
It has. We've done it though. We've done it.
Yeah, got through Golden Boy. Now we've gotten through. You know what? Golden Boy was entertaining.
I think Golden Boy might have been more entertaining than this.
This, even like the English dub of it, isn't saving it. It's pretty boring episodes, to be honest.
I think Ghost Stories is a very boring anime, saved by fleetingly funny comments and occasionally like well-written scares.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
But my average says that an average of 4. So
my average is also 4.
Yep. So I feel like that's a valid criticism of the show. But yeah, we look forward to coming back next Sunday to finish this off. We're changing the format a little bit. We're doing the episodes live right now. I think what we're going to move to, if this all works out, is more pre-recorded. We're going to change our recording night again. So the podcast might actually come out before the video episode, maybe, but that's not decided yet. But just to let you know that we won't be live as such the next time, but we will still be in the same place.
Yeah, same time, same place.
Yep. Same anime time, same anime place.
Yeah. Well, no, because we're moving on to another episode, another season.
You're right.
Else.
Sorry. At least this Sunday, same anime time, same anime place, and then the week after, same anime time, different anime place.
That's right. A different place.
That's how it works.
For better or worse.
Cool. Most certainly worse, but I'm sure we'll find out.
Yes. All right.
Well, thank you very much for joining us in another episode of Who's That Anime? And I guess we will see you all next week.
Yeah. See you next week. Bye.
Bye, folks.